So the field split into two, and we'll walk through those that are going to be participants. So it's cars 17, 97, 65, it's like the lotto numbers here, 6, 5, 9, 18, 25, 8, 96, 7, 19 and 35. It'll take a little bit of getting used to.
Supplementary?
Somebody just said bingo in my ear. Supplementary number is anything you want it to be. And this is going to be a fast blast, 5 minutes with a 5-minute break, and then the next group of cars go out. So that's a great shot of the general weather conditions here at the moment. He only just gets it stopped at the end of the back straight into turn 6, Shane Van Gisbergen, but still hits the marks at the apex in the left-hander. Gets to the control line, and Van Gisbergen's done a great time, a 50.7480. It's just a whisker slower than Waters, who just did a 50.84. So he's all but repeated the time that he did earlier on Waters. They are absolutely maxed out.
They are certainly maxed out. Goddard now comes up to 8th. So he takes himself out of that danger zone. There's 0.4 of a second separates the top 8 cars.
So Davison's given it away. He's safely in. So's Cam Waters, and so's Mark Winterbottom. He's 4th. And we are now at 0. The checkered flag comes out. And I don't know whether Mostert actually got across the line. He just moved up into position number 5. All these guys will be trapped by the flag. Heimgartner's actually come back into the lane. Now, he had a traffic congestion issue in that previous practice session that had him down the order. So at the moment, on the bubble are Jones, Coulthard, Percat and Heimgartner. Whoa. And that's a little bit ugly for Fabian. Sorry, Gary Jacobson just drops wide coming out of, what, turn 6 and 7, and that is Todd Hazelwood just running wide in the weeds down there. And no damage done other than dirt on his tyres.
So who's at the back now? Jacobson, Slade, Fullwood and Hazelwood. That's the current 4 that will go out.
Yeah, so Jack Smith just did a nice job. Just jumped up into 5th position on a 51.1. Not quite as quick a session, De Pasquale, Pye, Whincup. So Scott Pye jumped in at the back end of that. And Jacobson, Slade, Fullwood and Hazelwood, those that appear to have been bumped now in this session. Pasquale's given it away. He's in 10th, so he's right on the fringe here.
Gee, that's a big punt.
Yeah, Whincup's put it away.
End of session.
Session's done. You can see the flag flying in the background. You can hear the Motorsport Australia race director, Tim Schenken, in the background. So those that are not going to get through are LeBrock, who was quick earlier in practice. Brody Kostecki. Brody said a little bit earlier in the day, he's got too many things to chase, and it's a question of trying to put them into a sort order.
Yep.
And he said a bit of it's tyre phasing as well, just understanding when to go and when not to, and how to have things arranged in tyre distribution. So he'll be frustrated with that. Zane Goddard looks like he's been bumped together with James Courtney, Jake Kostecki and David Reynolds. Anton may survive, Mark.
Whew. Jack Smith's the story of this session. See there, Brad Jones, he'd be saying the same. You've got to start this lap and make sure he's just a little bit too far back. A little bit of coaching in terms of being closer to Mostert would have been smart, because Mostert's going to be super fast, we know it. And he started the lap up, that was good. Tim Edwards looking on now. What does Waters do? He's been super fast. You've made the comment, he's been fastest in practice in both sessions. What does Davison and De Pasquale do? They've looked better this weekend so far. They've gone backwards a little bit in terms of their specification. It's more like the car was 6 or 8 months ago in McLaughlin land.
We're just inside 90 seconds now to determine our overall pole for this afternoon's sprint race. And Shane Van Gisbergen, right on cue, has lit up the stopwatch. He's gone faster in sector number 1 than anybody. He's just gone faster in sector number 2. He's in the braking area now into the final corner, 6 and 7. So he's on a 50.7, and he might be able to string together something more like that 50.5. Here he is, there's the white line. What has Van Gisbergen got? He punches out a 50.4 when it matters most. Van Gisbergen's got 0.3 of a second over Cam Waters on a 50.8. That is a mega lap time by Shane Van Gisbergen.
That's a record lap time in qualifying. That's the fastest we've seen. When you gap this field by 0.3, you have smashed them. Oh, What happened? Did he get around?
I'm not sure. Scott Pye was tangling. It looked like he was about to tangle with somebody out of turn 2.
Jack Smith was coming up behind him, and I don't know whether he got by.
So that is a huge lap time for Van Gisbergen. There was the threat in that previous run where he got to the 50.5. That's better than any number we've seen here. Better than a practice record, better than a quali record, better than the lap record. Van Gisbergen's just set the place on fire lap speed-wise. It's a 50.49. He's got 0.3. 1/3 of a second over Waters, and he's come back into the pit lane, you can see in the background.
Remarkable.
And then Mostert, then Whincup, then Davison, Pye, Di Pasquale, Winterbottom, followed by Brown, who's back in the lane, and Jack
End of
Smith.
session, pit exit closed. Thank you.
Bathurst 6-hour winner, unbroken race victories so far in 2021, and on a tiny track with a short lap time and seemingly normally very crazy small time intervals between everybody, he's just put 1/3 of a second on everyone.
That could be the most emphatic statement he's made this year, and he's already won 5 races in a row. That is unbelievable. 0.3 of a second. I've never seen that.
Not at this racetrack.
No way.
So there'll be a lot of people looking at microsectors to understand how that was achieved. So well done to Shane. Beautiful job. Congratulations to Red Bull Ampol Racing for a fine performance this afternoon, and that will certainly scratch some heads down there as they try and unlock the secrets to that one.